Hey, it's Keith. It is March 31st, and guess what? It is a fantastic day here in Southern Ontario, and I'm out on the beach. Even though it's a bit cool, it's not yet beach volleyball weather, but I'm here to talk about beach volleyball. Specifically, I want to talk about the FIVB and their rule changes for 2014. There were two of them, and here they are. One was the first touch off the block will no longer be counted as a touch. So just like indoor, you get 3 touches after the block, and the other rule was you're allowed to volley the serve. Now, before we even discuss this, the FIVB revoked those rules, which means they're not going to be in play for this summer. Nothing changes. So the rules are going to be as a test rule for the FIVB at a couple of youth tournaments. So no new rule changes at all. But a lot of people were on Facebook and they were saying, they're arguing, they're saying the FIVB is here to ruin the sport of volleyball, they're changing it. So why do they do this? And you got to think, why do you want to change the rules for beach? And I think the FIVB is really trying to make the indoor game and the outdoor game exactly the same. I mean, exactly. So the big, tall indoor players who are really good and 7 feet tall can play beach volleyball in the summer and not have to worry about changing rules when they go from indoor to outdoor and vice versa. That's what I think they're trying to do. So over the next few years, you might actually see the FIVB change rules for beach to make them more like indoor and maybe vice versa somewhat. That's what I think they're doing. So a lot of people are freaking out and stuff, but you got to look at it this way. Let's think of the sport of baseball. Baseball. You've got hardball and you've got softball. From a distance, they look kind of the same, but up close, hardball, softball, totally different games, different balls, different rules, everything, but they work. So what's wrong with beach volleyball being a lot different than indoor volleyball? The name might say volleyball just like baseball, but they're two totally different games. And why not? Outdoors, you're playing on sand, there's sunlight, there's wind. Indoors don't have the same thing. So why not just make them totally different games? I mean, I'm a tournament organizer. I don't really care. If the rules change, then I'll change to meet them. But really, I don't know. I don't see the big difference between having beach and indoor as totally separate games, different rules, different skill sets, the whole 9 yards. Anyway, it's just how it is. But I know a lot of people are freaking out over it. And in case you haven't heard, now nothing's changing, at least for this summer. But I would suspect, very highly suspect, that beach volleyball is going to change over the next 4, 5, 6 years until maybe they're going to be exactly the same sport, indoor and outdoor. Now, I think rules should change in some aspects. I don't know. The block touch thing, I don't think that's going to be a big deal. But if you're allowed to volley the serve on beach, which right now you're not, that would really change it. What happens is people with lower skill levels will be able to come out on the beach and make it more of a hacky game where they can compete where normally you'd need a high skill level to do that. Okay, that's it. That's all I wanted to say. In case you never knew this, the rules were going to change for this summer. Those 2 rules were going to change. They've been revoked, and now 2014 is going to be the same as 2013 as far as beach rules go. And okay, there's my opinion. Not much of an opinion really, because the rules were revoked, but I'll go with it. Whatever way it works, I'm okay, but I just wanted to discuss it. Okay, it's a beautiful day here in Southern Ontario. I'm out with all these seagulls. Well, we'll call them gulls because this is Lake Ontario. Not seagulls, but lake gulls. But it's a great day, and I don't know if you can hear it, but it is actually really loud out here with all these gulls chirping and flying around. Great view for a video, though. So that's it, that's all. That's my beach report for today with all the gulls around. Bye for now.